Good morning, everyone. I'll see if YouTube will send the notification out. I'll fix my little head wrap in the meantime. Let me know how you guys are doing once you log in. I'm doing much better from last week because I was struggling last week, but this week I'm so much better, and I just have just like the remnants of I think a cough, but that's really nothing. Hey Tiffany, how are you? Hey Nico. Glad you're feeling better. Thank you, thank you. I'm actually deep conditioning under my head wrap today, so that's why I'm all wrapped up. So I'm so happy, like finally got my voice back, finally feeling better, going outside again, praying I don't get sick again. Robert says, praise him, Michelle. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yes, I'm feeling so blessed. Here comes Nosy, because he can't stand to hear me talk. Hi, without him. He's like, I'm here too. You are here. Hi, baby. Let's see. Shonda says, love the hair wrap. Thank you. I just put it on because I'm deep conditioning underneath. I'm doing the gloss bar for this week for week 6. Can y'all believe it? Hi, Catherine. She says, hello, everyone. Hi, Veronica. She says, hi, G-Day, everyone. Actually, Nico says, you look pretty. Deep conditioning twinsies. Yes. I know you started your wash day Friday, I believe, which is so crazy. But yeah, I was like, let me at least come on and put a head wrap on so I don't look too crazy. Tiffany says, I'm doing well. I'm tired since I got off work at 9 a.m. 14 and a half hour shift. Woo! Woo, sis. Well, I appreciate you coming on and saying hello and moderating while you are here. Hi, Knight. Knight can't stand me having a conversation with anyone that doesn't involve him because he does this now every time I get either on Zoom or YouTube. He acts like I'm here and I'm the only one here. Love Jones says, hi, Michelle, Mods, and chat. Hey, Love Jones, how are you? Hi, Ghibli says, hi, Michelle, where's the wrap from? This, honestly, it's from the African stores that are in Philly. I just go and get a bunch of yards of fabric and then cut it. So if I unwrap it, like there's a whole fringe edge. It's not even nothing special. Just if you have an African store in your area, I highly recommend going to them periodically because they always get like new fabrics in, and that's literally where like 95% of my wraps are right now. I had a vendor who was in Ghana, but I think her head wrap business closed or she shut it down for some time. But yeah, if anyone also knows anyone Black owned, I also like to support other businesses, even though the one I am supporting is obviously Black owned. But I should say African owned in this situation. But yeah, if you have any suggestions, that way I can also refer it out, because I know me telling you going to your local African shop is not as helpful. But yeah, let's see here. Nika says, hey nephew, she talking to you, Night. Frida says, hey, how are you? Robin says, how long do you deep condition? Do you decondition? And I'm doing today. So I'm actually have a mix today of my hibiscus moringa and almond gloss bar and my strengthening hair mask in today. So I'm gonna be deep conditioning for, well, by the time I'll say that depends on when I finish this live. It's either gonna be like an hour and a half or 2 hours. But an hour, usually for me, I do an hour with either heat or steam. So just whatever you do, you want to make sure that the conditioner is penetrating. Your hair feels really, really soft afterwards. For me, that's usually around an hour if I steam my hair. So if I put it on and I go do the steamer, an hour is pretty solid. Since I have the head wrap on today and I'm just been running around, it'll probably be about 2 hours. And what I'll probably do is before I rinse it out, I'll get my blow dryer, just the regular blow dryer. And because I have plastic wrap, so I have plastic wrap, and then I have my other scarf on, and then I have this scarf on. So I'm like trying to trap in as much heat. I'm gonna take off this one and leave the 2 scarves on, and then kind of just like use it around my head for like maybe 5-10 minutes just to make sure it gets nice and heated up, and then rinse it out. But usually 1 hour with steam. If I'm not using steam, I'm just using heat, I probably need at least 2 hours. And I'll try to like, get enough heat in my hair so that it penetrates. And if not, I will use that blow dryer and try to lock that heat in. Hi, Anik. She says, hello. Hi, Vizel. How are you? She said, I'm so happy you're better. Thank you. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. I'm so happy I'm better too. Cause it was a wild week, y'all. I was literally, I think, sick for like 8 or 9 days total. It just kept recurring and recurring. And so I'm feeling so much better. Nika, yes, I'm so tired. My back is on fire. I don't know how you do it, Nika. Like, I don't know how you do it. By the way, I saved my shed hairs for you. So I still obviously have to rinse this out and I'll collect the rest. But I got you, boo. I got you. Me and her, well, I should say me and her. Nika is doing an experiment and I'm just assisting with my hair. Tiffany says, I got my Mother's Day sale order yesterday. Excited to try the hibiscus leave-in. Oh, yay! Because you haven't tried it yet. Well, I hope you love it. A lot of people have been loving it. I will do probably a little bit. I'll probably be the first week in June at this point. The new drop of the new sample travel sizes. So that'll probably begin June 1st. And I'll also do the 16-ounce hibiscus and shea leave-in, but I'll definitely keep that for you guys. Keep you posted on that. Julie says, I leave the oven on for an hour. Yeah, I think that's a good amount of time. And it's also, I always say, contingent on you, heat or steam, whatever you're using, that also just aids in helping. Nika says, oh my God, I do the same thing at the African store near me. I literally have made so much clothes with African fabric. I love it. Yes, yes. Catherine says, talking about CCCA. Yes, I did title that video that, so we can definitely talk about that. She says, I suspect I might have a spot due to iron deficiency. Does CCCA cause scalp to not like oil applied to the scalp? In that sore spot, my scalp hates overnight hot oils. It's itchy. So it can, and it's so hard because there's not a perfect like definition for when it comes to CCCA. Like, I don't say definition, but how it affects people's scalp, other than the eventual scarring of the hair follicles. But for a lot of people, especially, it's itchiness. Things that used to maybe you would apply, your hair starts to hate it. Sometimes if you're drying, it's very severe soreness. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if adding oil to your scalp is like your scalp just hates it right now. I would, if you watch my story, like I said last week in my Tip Tuesday video where I share my CCCA experience, just make sure you get your iron back. But I wouldn't be surprised if your scalp is just really inflamed right now, and so a lot of things are just triggering it, because when there's something going on internally, even topical things can become an irritant. So, excuse me. If your hair doesn't like the oils, try the teas like I made last week. I made a tea for the scalp. A lot of times your hair might like that. Or if you do want to try using an oil that has herbs in it, use it as a pre-poo, and maybe like not overnight, because if your hair hates it overnight, try it for like 30 minutes. If your hair just does not like, your scalp, I should say, does not like the oil, try the mask treatment, leave it on 30, 45 minutes, hour, see how your hair responds. You might have to just play around with it, but really focus on getting enough iron internally. I re-upped literally last week on my Gaia. I might be mispronouncing it. The Plant Force Liquid Iron. That stuff really gets yourself Floridex, Mega Blood Builder. Those are also all great supplements for iron. You can get those doses. And especially if you're really anemic, you can take, and I know let your doctor tell you, but my doctor told me you can take it twice a day, especially with the liquid iron. And the liquid iron to me is the best iron to take because it goes right into your bloodstream. You get it instantly. It's not a pill, it's not a capsule. There's no diarrhea. If you feel like it's a little bit sensitive to your stomach, just eat something before you take the iron. Yeah, and don't take it around if you drink, like, well, I like to drink or whatever, have wine, liquor, whatever. Try to make sure you take it hours before you have a drink, so that way it can fully absorb in your body. If you take iron, you need to take your vitamin C. So make sure either depending on how you take it, make sure you're taking it with some type of vitamin C. The Plant Forest liquid iron has vitamin C in it. So does, I think, the Mega Blood Builder. I think the Floridex does too. But if not, I mean, supplement, make sure you get it in, make sure your body can absorb it. And, just keep at it. It's one of those things, especially when you have iron anemia, it's not a one quick fix. It's just not. It's something that's going to require time, and it doesn't like it. Every doctor will tell you that. Unfortunately, no matter there's no magical iron pill that's going to make you feel great overnight. So just it's really on you to be consistent. And yes, those are supplements, but you can also make sure you're eating enough iron in your diet. And I'm sure the foods that are really good. So just try to do a combination of things. And if oil right now is just triggering it, you got to just stop. Nika said, dampen a hand towel, wring it out, microwave it for 45 seconds, then wrap it around your hair. Holding a blow dryer over your head is stress. So much stress, Nika. I'll definitely try that. I literally only do that if I do the hot wrap. Usually I just steam. It just makes my life easier. Nika says, yeah, you're amazing. Thank you, love. These results are going to change so much. Yeah, I'm excited, Nika. I'm really excited for us. Nika says, ain't no reason Floridex should be $30 for 500 milliliters. I know they want me to die. Yeah, everything's like really crazy right now. I even think the Plant Forest iron is also like really expensive. All the liquid irons that I like are are pretty expensive, but at this point I'm like, what am I gonna do? You either pay for it one way or you pay for it another way. So I'll probably do a smoothie this more. I did snack on some unhealthy foods, but I'll probably do a smoothie this morning and like double up on my moringa and amla for today. But let's see here. So Maya says, hello everyone. Good afternoon. Hi, how are you? Catherine says, great. I'm now locked and loaded with information to fight it. Thank you. You're so welcome, sis. You're so welcome. Tiffany says, please don't forget to like the live. Yes, it definitely helps to send it out. And just an overview, since I did put CCCA in the title, I guess we should talk about it a little bit more. I hope you guys were able to watch the video for Tip Tuesday. I just shared my extreme experience of CCCA, and that was directly connected to my iron anemia. And so I always just recommend, if you're having any type of hair loss, whether you watch the video or not, if you have any type of hair loss, really go to your doctor first and see if there's something else going on. I really can't stress enough that like 90% of the time there is something internal. Stress can really cause severe hair loss and severe issues. Different forms of alopecia where people will literally lose like patches in their hair, all the way from vitamin deficiencies and hormone deficiencies, thyroid's out of whack. So a lot of times if we do these hair challenges that do focus on topical things, but any of the teas that we can consume, or herbs I'm saying we can consume, I'm going to definitely recommend it. Of course, like, again, if you have any other medications, just talk with your doctors, because herbs are very, very powerful. And I cannot stress that enough to some people. Like, they can interact with different things. The medicine that we take, if you have high blood pressure, you have different things, are a lot of times taken from the idea of plants. So just be careful. They are very powerful. So just make sure if you have any other like medications that you're not like contradicting them by taking a particular herb. Let's see. Hi, Diane. She says, how are you? Somebody says, I'm good, thanks. Tiffany says, yes, I had really bad shedding due to stress and then also had vitamin D deficiency. Yeah. Vitamin D deficiency and iron, I would say, are some of the biggest causes I've seen in Black women when it comes to hair loss. So definitely get those checked out and really just pay attention to it. I know it's it's easy to get distracted. I'm queen of getting distracted of people, like you thinking you're doing well for a while, you fall off the wagon. But I think now it's just a really good time to be cognizant of it. Somebody posted a video on Instagram or TikTok somewhere, and it was a Black woman. She was saying how she has a Black doctor, and she was saying how because so many Black women are anemic or have vitamin D deficiency, they are, I'm just like I'm iron anemic, sorry, because there's different types of anemia. Iron anemic and vitamin D deficient, that it really has such a negative impact on internal organs over time. And so I wish that she didn't expound fully on it. It was like a short video, but she was really sorry to see this comment I'm about to just remove. Um, she was really stressing the fact that Black women are literally suffering and they're having internal issues due to like their organs not getting enough iron and not getting enough vitamin D or just nutrients, and that we're not realizing the long term implications that has on our internal organs. And so, yes, like I said to you guys, like, yes, obviously we're talking about hair and maybe skin and nails, but there's a lot of negative impacts when your blood is not, your organs are not getting proper blood flow. They're not getting proper circulation. They're not getting proper red blood cells. They're not getting proper white blood cells, whatever it is. And over time, that just wears on our bodies as if Black women don't have enough issues as we already do. So, I really just want to stress that because I feel like every Black girl I know at some point tells me, "Oh, I'm iron anemic," or "I have low vitamin D." And then we forget about it all the time. And then I don't know what what are the long-term implications of that? So yeah, just a reminder, a constant reminder. Um Nika says, I definitely see a decrease in hair growth when my iron is low. Then my nails fall out. Yep. Yep. I do too. And it's very interesting, like the cycle I see. I know, and it makes sense to me. Like in the wintertime, my iron usually gets the worst. My hair growth slows. Springtime, once I remember, I feel like when I'm doing the challenges, I'm drinking my smoothies more frequently. It's easier to pop a smoothie in than when it's like 10 degrees outside. Who wants to drink a cold smoothie? It just I definitely feel a difference. I see a difference. Even sometimes like my dark circles, I notice them more if I'm like severely deficient. There's a lot of things like your body just like starts to negatively impact when you don't do your iron or your vitamin D's. Somebody says, yes, I have low iron and vitamin D. Yeah. Tiff says, I'll get the troll. Yeah. Jim says, what's a cooling herb for external CCCA inflammation? You could use like a cooling herb. I would say like slippery elm or marshmallow root. They actually have really good antibacterial, antifungal cooling effects. Aloe vera. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Aloe vera, very, very good with a cooling effect. So does is neem, would they consider neem a cooling herb? I don't know if they consider neem a cooling herb, but I would definitely mix some neem in there as well. Somebody says maybe that's why. Oh, night. Maybe that's why when I come, I lose. When you what? I lose a lot of hair. Like comb your hair? You mean you lose a lot of hair? Because the neem burn. Neem can burn. If you're talking about neem oil, it can burn. If you're talking about neem powder, I don't find it burns really. Yeah, the oil, Um, Tim says, I'm just here trying to drink tea and enjoy the life. Yes, Tim, I feel you. When you comb your hair, you lose a lot of probably. I mean, it's natural, and somebody Nika and I are kind of doing some testing, but it's natural to lose a certain amount of hair every day, right? They say on average 50 to 100. It may be less for us who have afro textured hair. But it is normal to lose some hair strands a day, right? You have to think your hair is always going through constant cycles. So each strand of hair is at a different period at a different time, right? There's the three phases of hair loss or hair growth, and then stagnant, and then it dies and falls off. Um, so your hair is in a constant cycle, and each hair strand is at a different one. So your hair definitely will shed some each day. If you're having excessive shedding, and I want to recommend, especially if you're kind of thinking like, this seems like more, collect your shed hairs every time that you're doing either if you collect it on wash day or maybe you refresh midweek, collect your hairs for the week and then monitor them over time. I would literally did this for a while, and I put it in a baggie when I was having like my iron was really low again, not ever back to like 10 years ago, but when I forget, and I'll track my shed hairs for like, I'll just put them in a baggie. I don't necessarily count them, but I'll put them in a baggie and I'll put the date on them and I'll just pay attention until it gets back to where my normal shed hair is, right? So I know I usually have a little bundle like this at the end of wash day for the week. If my shed hair is like this, I know I know something's up. Like I have to be like, oh my gosh, like I need to evaluate what I'm doing. Is it time for protein? Are these broken strands? Is this full thing with a white bulb on the end? Like I really have to pay attention. So try doing that and seeing what's normal for you. Get your iron levels up, take your vitamin D, whatever you need to do, and monitor it over time. So that way you know what's normal for you and then you know what's excessive. Catherine says periods and circulation suffer if iron is low. Yes, yes. So many. I think it's so much that suffers when your iron is low. I don't think we fully I don't think we fully know, or maybe we do. I say we, and I'm talking about scientists, but they don't really want to tell you. They're just like, oh, just take this. Oh, don't worry about it. And then, like, we're suffering in so many other ways because of it. Um, okay. Sadly, our diet is not balanced. We don't get all the nutrients we need from food sometimes. Oh, definitely, Shonda. And I 100% believe everyone should be supplementing with something. I supplement with herbs all the time. Like in the morning, I take an herbal mushroom complex blend, right? For it's called like immune support. I forget who the maker of it is. Then I take a multivitamin. Then I take my iron supplements. Sometimes I take turmeric, and but I do believe we're not we're not reaching. Most people's diets are trash. Like if you're in America, diet is meh. Um, I try to be really intentional about getting stuff, but do I have bad days where I didn't consume a veggie? No. Yes. So I do think everyone should be supplementing in some form or fashion, if possible. There are different types of vitamins out, like slow release tablets, which I believe like the gel ones or the capsules are better than like the hard pills. There's different types, but really just if you can't get it in your food, try to please supplement it somehow, some way. Tiffany says, I used to have heavy periods. When I fixed that, my iron anemia improved. I haven't needed any supplements in years. Oh, that's awesome. And I see Iri asked too, but how did you fix that? Someone said, okay, thanks. And Nika said how you fix it too. Yeah. My tablet number was hitting double digits and that just made me exhausted. So I stopped taking all. Yeah, I think like it's so hard it's so hard. I think really if you can find a way to just eat better, all of us, including like veggies and a variety of different vegetables and a variety of different things, that would just be the most ideal. I need Tiffany to come back on. Miss, I'm drinking tea, dropping some gems, and then just leaving us here. Oh, she said, I'm gonna read this out loud. I suggest you first make sure you don't have any fibroids or other causes for heavy periods. I didn't, so I got an IUD and don't have periods anymore. It's not even a gym. Oh, so you're saying we just all need to go ahead and get an IUD, huh? No, actually, so just for reference, like I do have fibroids. I have 3 fibroids, and I'm at a place where I'm debating if I want to get them removed because there's always that fear that they grow back. Right now, they're currently not growing. They were growing a couple years ago. I was having like every time I was on my period, I was having severe pain, like I was dying. Literally, I felt like it every single time. And so, of course, the doctor I was talking to at the time, and I definitely got a new gynecologist, but I felt like she was like, oh, 80% of Black women have fibroids, like it's nothing to be worried about unless like you're severely bleeding or you have, severe pain. She's like, but it's normal to have some pain to like almost kind of like push through, right? And And I kind of felt like that. I found like, oh, okay, I guess 80% of black women have them. Like, I guess I'll just suffer because that's what all black women have to do, right? And then I was telling one of my friends, and she's white, and she was like, why would you accept that? And I was like, I don't know. I just assumed that that's like normal, right? Just like she was like, I would never have a doctor who would tell me to push through when it's pain, or push through with heavy bleeding, or push through what it just pushed through. She was like, and it was that moment where you're just kind of so used to people just thinking because they're the doctor and they know better, or they whatever. So you just think like, all right, I guess I do have to suffer it. The more you realize how, like, they're saying the whole study where doctors don't really, I don't say care about black women's pain, don't really care about black people's pain. They don't believe us when we say we're in as much pain. They don't treat us the same. And so really having to evaluate. And I think that's why I push you guys so hard to also like go to your doctors. I push you guys to say, get a blood test, make them run everything. Like, I don't care. And if they deny it, they have to mark anything like we're denying because we whatever, and they won't. So then you just have to like kind of be the one, be your advocate to like push for things. So while I still have my fibroids, I definitely think like I might just go ahead and get them removed. I'm trying to be really intentional about what I'm eating, so that they don't like just regrow back. I am estrogen dominant. Like, there's a lot of things that I've learned over time, not through my doctor's help, not through my doctor telling me, okay, you're estrogen dominant. Maybe you should avoid these foods. Maybe you should try eating. She didn't give me any help or assistance. All she told me was, oh, that's normal, suffer, kind of. Like, that's just normal. That's what black women are, supposed to do. So really have to be your own advocate, and really have to like get a doctor that actually rocks with you. And half the time it's only if a doctor looks like you, right? So if it's possible, get a black doctor. And if you can't, because it's just not possible, you really just have to be the one to advocate and fight and push and ask questions and demand care and treatment. All right, I'm off my little soapbox. Let me read these chats. These chats. Hi, Faith. How are you? Uh, I hate when they tell you to push through. It's not normal. Yes, yes. Hmm. Oh my God, why do so many of us have fibroids? 80%, 60% is a problem. It's a problem. It's a major problem. Excuse me. Hi, Emmett. She says, hello, everyone. He says, I got mine removed. Please do. I have ignored because I've been told it was normal. Somebody say, I agree with you 100. Yes, yes. Tiffany says, yes, even as a doctor myself, I get dismissed sometimes, even when I go to the doctor. I always read all my click notes to make sure that they document what happened. Yeah. It's so crazy, and it's kind of really sad because yeah. Hello, so greetings. Faisal, she says, well said on the doctor and being black plus female. Right. Tiffany said, I always go to a black doctor if I can, or at least a person of color. Yeah, same, same. Well, I switched over because I had with my doctor for quite some time, but once you just realize how people just classify you and put you into a lump and don't even give you any assistance, like kind of like even when I think about like my iron story, like the doctor didn't really tell me like, oh, you can supplement with these foods, like try this and this and that. Like they're just like, oh, just take these pills and like get out my office. You know what I mean? Like you're just like there's no real care and concern about like, okay, maybe we can switch up your diet. Like let's think about this. Like actually help me become or get better. Don't just put me on some pill and send me on my way, right? Or just tell me that's normal. Oh, most black women, oh, that's normal. So suffering, whatever. It's like shut up and get out of my office. It's kind of really scary and sad. Um, Julie says black mortality rate is very, very high, and especially during childbirth. So it's crazy. Nika says same Tiffany. Even with cervical dysplasia, I get denied a yearly Pap smear. How? That's like insane. Maternal mortality rate. That is, yeah, it is. Catherine says it's disregarding the seriousness of period pain. Yeah, I was in labor every month. Now the pain is milder. Working with my TCM to rid the pain completely. I switched my doctor to and glad. Yeah, like sometimes you do. Sometimes you have to switch it if you can. And I know not everyone has the luxury, right? Some people have certain types of healthcare and they can only go to a certain place, or they're in an area where there are no black doctors, or there's one, and to get an appointment, it's like years to get an appointment with them. So I know it's not easy, but you really have to be your own advocate and really push. If I don't feel well, no, this is not normal. I've never felt like that. Like, I need to get tested. I need to get whatever. Like, you really have to be your advocate and really have to push, because they'll dismiss you and act like, oh, it's normal. You're like, is it? And if it is, maybe I don't want this to be my normal. Okay. Nika says, wow, are they even reading any guidelines about how to manage or using the best medicinal judgment? No. Nika, I don't know how they can deny you that if you already have that. I feel like you got to go to a new doctor, because I just feel like that's denying healthcare to someone who already has an established problem. So like, how is that how is that even right, fair? I don't even know the word that I'm looking for, but yeah. Tiffany said, I'm scared to even think about having kids because I don't want to die. It's sad. We have to think about this. Yeah, it is. It is. Emma says, I had fibroids on my uterus. I had about a hundred of them on the outside of my uterus that were small, and one large one, but the size of a tomato. I had to have my uterus removed. Oh, wow. Wow, Tiff. I mean, Emmett, did you go back for a second opinion before getting your uterus removed? I know we're like having this like really personal discussion, but that's such a big thing. It's kind of crazy. Tiffany says, yeah, she needs a new doctor. Yes. Yeah. But as I said, I had a doctor classify me as we were all drug addicts. I went for blood work. Yeah, I've had a long time ago, I had a doctor who was very much trying to say, like, do you do drugs? And I was like, drugs? No. Like, and I was so like, I grew up very like religious, and like at that time I wasn't even drink, like I was just like holier than thou. I think I was still a virgin. I was in my 20s, and the doctor was like asking me all this question. I'm like, no, like, why would you ask me that? I was like, no, I've never done anything. And he's like, not even weed. I'm like, no, I haven't done, but like, yeah, like they just try to like classify you into this box, and it's like not everyone is the same. Like it's really really sad. It's really sad. Moon Ready said, yes, yeah, I made it. Good morning from Cali. Hey dear, how are you? And welcome. We're kind of just ranting on on a rant right now about women's health and women's issues when it comes to fibroids, and actually doctors caring about, getting help and helping Black women. Faith says, it's sad how health system in America disregards Blacks. I can relate after my fibroid issues caused so much trauma. Yeah. I believe that's what's triggering my ongoing anemia. Like, I have three, and they're pretty big. On one of them, I feel like that's my whole left side protrudes, and my whole entire cervix is completely tilted. Like, completely tilted. She's like, it's completely out of view every time I go for my pap smear. And it's big. Like, I can almost feel it. So I was saying all to say yes. I'm almost 98% sure that my anemia is tied to my fibroids. Okay, Judy says, what about the cleansing shampoo first? Follow up with a moisturizing shampoo. What are your thoughts? I think that's fine. It's just a way to make sure that your hair is getting cleansed. Like, the point of shampooing in general is really just to remove dirt, buildup, debris, fungus, bacteria, all that stuff that lives on your scalp. And the point is to rid yourself of that, to give yourself a foundation for, I guess, more proper, healthy buildup of oils and stuff. And to like, that's really the point of shampoo, is to lift, remove. And of course, if you're doing some type of treatment afterwards, like protein to help those cuticles get lifted, to bind with the proteins, or if you're doing moisture to help retain moisture for longer, so it can absorb the products that you're using. Shampoo has really one major purpose. So the cleansing one is to remove all that dirt and buildup. The moisturizing one is to help still remove it without stripping the hair. I think that's completely fine to do that. Nika says, where I live, it's slim pickings. There are two OBs and they are old Kona. Yeah, yeah. And I get that. That's why I said, like, it's hard because not everyone has the luxury. Like, they don't. Emma says, no, that was in the early 80s. I saw the pictures of them. The bleeding was out of control and the pain. Oh, wow. And I can't even imagine, like, in the early 80s what what they thought and how they viewed Black women. But at least I'll say this: at least you're out of pain. I know about fibroid pain. It is really real. It is really real. I fixed fibroids I had with own backyard plant leaves. Which ones? Sario? Riro? I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing it. Moon Ray said, I try to make sure when I pick my providers, they're African American because of the bias in healthcare. Yeah, me too. Now I'm like, when I first moved here, I didn't really know a lot, and I was also really young. But now I'm very particular, and I will literally go wherever I have to go if they're black, if they're black owned, and it's just hard because like right now, like I said, even the doctors I go to, it's like a year waiting list sometimes, like 4, 5, 6 months. Like, and I get it because everyone's trying to go, black owners trying to go to them. So, yep. Emma says, I had a great male doctor. He was the best and very caring. Oh, that's awesome. Faye said, I had one of my fibroids drop dead from my uterus. Oh my God, I was in labor. So much pain and bleeding. And I can't believe the doctors couldn't believe me when I said I was 100% sure I was not pregnant. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's so crazy. I'm sorry, Faith. I feel like no one should have to experience that. Just no one should. It's just utter insanity. All right. Okay. Well, let me know if you guys have any other questions. I am actually going to head out soon. I'm actually going to an event today. So I do want to take some time to do my hair. But if you have any questions regarding anything, any of the topics we were talking about or something else new regarding hair, because I don't know who's on here because, some people are being crazy. Please leave it in the chat now, and then I will answer it, and then I will hop off. I'm going to like a boat party, Tiffany. So I'll post my outfit. I'll post my outfit on Instagram, but I'll probably will post the outfit in the YouTube video. That's what I'll actually try to do because I do sometimes you'll see me dressed up and I have really cute outfits on. Let me tell you this summer, I'm trying to be outside a little bit, okay? So I have all these cute dresses I purchased. So I'll definitely post it on my Instagram story, but I'll post it at the end of the videos when I get all dressed up. I'll try to do like a 360 or I'll insert like the picture of what I look like. So you can see. Oh, so Cerero says guava, mulberry, mango, but mostly medicinal cannabis based in South Africa. Oh, that's really cool. I heard how medicinal cannabis is really good for fibroids too. I have heard good things about that. I definitely want to look into it. Aries says, "Thank you. I'm nosy. I'm nosy. It's just a boat party. A boat party." Jimmy says, "Any more sales between Black Friday?" Oh yeah, girl. I try to do a sale like once a month. The next one will probably be in the beginning of June, within like that first week, and I'm gonna drop the travel size bundles of the 2-ounce products of every product. So you able to get that, and I'm gonna try and get if I can get those labels. I'm gonna try and do the 16-ounce hibiscus and shea leave-in with the next sale. So the next sale will be like the new products for the next sale, and it'll probably be the first week in June. Free says, "Can I just say I don't know what you're doing, but girl, you have lost some weight." Thank you. I have lost 10 pounds now. I'm 10 pounds down. I think we've kind of talked about this, and I'll just briefly before I run off. So I was on some depression medication and anxiety medication, and I really couldn't lose weight after that. So I got off the medication, and then all of a sudden, as soon as I got off the medication, I started to lose my weight again. So yeah, fortunate and unfortunate, but like I've been dealing with a lot in the past couple of years, and so one of the side effects of the medication I was on was weight gain. And that's why I always tell people, like, don't telling people about gaining weight because you never know what's going on in their life. You never know what's going on in their lives. And but it was a terrible thing. I was like either be fat and happy or be skinny and depressed. And it was like, can I not have both? So literally just someone just asked Tiffany said, "How are you managing depression, anxiety now?" I'm definitely trying to take care of myself more. And I'm taking on my herbal supplements, which has been helpful. So I do my ashwagandha, I do my tulsi, I do a lot of adaptogenic herbs. I'm also trying to get off my phone at night because I don't sleep very well. So that actually has been really helpful. And I've been taking this new spray, and I'll let you guys in on it if it continues to work really well. And it's basically has like GABA and just other things to help me like calm down. So it's been really, really good. And I'm like thankful because like you guys, I've been working out 5 days a week for almost 2 years. And for me to not have lost 1 pound, the mere fact that I was like really small for the whole time, right? Because I've always worked out, I always is. Went through some depression when my marriage was always was a wreck. It was always in shambles. Never said nothing to anyone, and just like kind of suffered through and got on medication, went to therapy, went to couples therapy, like all of this stuff. And then I was telling my doctor, I was like, why is it that I can't lose any weight? Like, I've been working out 5 days a week. I could eat a salad all day and I couldn't lose a single weight. So I started researching about the medication. It's like one of the biggest side effects is like severe weight gain and not being able to lose weight. So I was just like, at the time I was like, I need it. I need the help. So I'll just be what it has to be. So I just am slowly getting off of it. It's like completely out of my system now. And so that's what you guys are seeing. I'm like down 10 pounds. I probably will lose another 10 and get back down to my size I was prior to getting on the medication. And just work on being really, really intentional about taking care of my mental health because it's easy for me to like sometimes spiral. So, that's just me sharing my personal, then my real personal, because I got mad love for you guys. Um, like it's a battle, it's always been a battle for me. So really learning about what herbs really work with me, work really, really well with me. I would say ashwagandha, and I have pills like big old supplements that I take. I take 2 in the morning, I take 2 in the evening. Really help me to like calm down, relax. If I feel like I'm gonna have a really, really stressful day, I will take a prescription something just if I know my day is gonna be exceptionally stressed because I know that I won't be able to turn it off. So you really have to just really take care of yourself, really take care of your mental health. I will tell you guys about the spray for anxiety once. Um, I'm working with this. It's so funny because I put on my story about my terrible sleepless stuff, and one of these other herbal brands contacted me. And you just take a few sprays before you go to lay down, and it just been really, really amazing. So I will let you in on the secret once I know it works consistently. Okay. All right, let me read through this really quickly and then I'm going to head out. Okay, Visa said, have a great time. Yes, post the outfit. I will. Virginia said, you said 1 to 8% water. Is it the same with the grease for people that are new? Virginia, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm sorry. 1 to 8% water. Is it the same with the grease? What, Virginia? What are we talking about here? I have no clue what you're talking about. Emma says the tea with the amla powder. You said we can drink it. Do we need to strain it? I would definitely strain it. Unless you enjoy drinking powder, I would highly recommend you strain it with cheesecloth. What can the oil is good natural hair? Are you asking me what oils are good for natural hair? Each oil can be a little bit different. So if you're looking for like a good oil, I would say like extra virgin olive oil, avocado oils, sunflower oil, grapeseed oil. Those are your ceramide rich oils. Ceramides are what your hair is made of. They're kind of like the glue that keeps the hair strands together. Those are really good oils. Sweet almond oil, uh, pumpkin seed oil is great for hair loss. Apricot seed oil is great for hair loss. Neem oil has antifungal, anti-inflammatory. It stinks to high heaven too, though. But if you want to infuse the powder into one of the other oils, that also works really well, and you don't get that super stinky neem smell. But yeah, Tiff says congrats on the weight loss. Thank you, thank you. Frida said yes on the sale. I didn't get the Mother's Day sale. Oh, Frida, man. Well, wait another 10 days and I'll have another sale out for you. She said, okay, that means my rent will be paid by then. I'm choosing between rent and your son. Don't choose between rent and myself, sis. Go ahead and pay your rent. Don't be crazy. Okay, Nika says how you met. Okay, I did answer that. Those meds make you awesome. Those meds make you gain weight. Yeah, they do. Congrats, you're in weight loss despite everything. Thank you, dear. Thank you. Hey, Rissy. Hi, y'all. Yes, mental health is very important. Free says, I need this spray. I have really bad anxiety and praise him. Yeah, God, my hair doesn't suffer. Still on trial and error on antidepressants. I'm just so done. Yeah, I don't sleep either. Yeah. And let me tell you, sleep is like you need sleep to function, to live for so many things. Ashwagandha, how much are you taking? I need. I'm gonna get up real quick. I'll tell you how much. And I just got this new bottle yesterday because I just re-upped on everything. Um so I'm taking, I guess I'm taking technically 700 milligrams because one capsule is 350 milligrams and it's the Gaia herbs. One capsule is 350, and I'm taking two in the morning and two in the evening right now. Their recommended dose is one capsule 2 times a day, but I know me personally, two is best for me. Me. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm telling you start with one, see how you feel, one a day. One, 2 times a day, sorry. I do two times a day. That works. That's for me. Moon Radiant says, yes, ashwagandha is a great alternative to manage our mood. It's so good. Rissy said, ashwagandha didn't work for me when I took it. I had such bad side effects. I can add it to conditioner though. My scalp loves it. Oh, good. Well, I'm glad your scalp loves it. Sorry it didn't work for you, but there are other adaptogenic herbs you can try taking. I was taking this one and I was taking, so I take this and I take turmeric because turmeric also does have some, what's the word I'm looking for here? Some adaptogenic properties. And they have a new, actually they put it in the box with me. Gaia gave me the chewable turmeric tablets. I just finished up that, so I want to order some more because I actually didn't order that with the batch, but they gave me like some free ones to try out, and I love them. They were very, very helpful. But holy basil, tulsi, also, I'm also taking like a mushroom complex. I take a lot of herbs. The mushroom one has also like garlic and other herbs. If you look at, honestly, I like this brand. They are, I wish they were black owned, but they to me have really good quality herbs. They do have stuff like if you scroll through and you look for different ones for like anxiety, like adaptogenic herbs, they have other supplements you can definitely take. So yeah. Let me finish talking and then let me, because I gotta rinse this out before I run out today. Let me just see what else I need to. Virginia says when you make tea is when you make tea is 128 of water. When you make oil is a 1%. Is 128 of oil when you're new? I'm not sure what you're talking about, Virginia. Are you saying how much percentage of essential oils should you add to a tea mix? So your percentage of essential oils that you should add to an oil or to a tea mix would be 1%. So you would weigh your product, right? So if you have 128 grams, you want to add 1%, you would add 12 grams of essential oil to that batch, right? So no, that's, you would add 1 gram, don't listen to me because that's 10% would be 12. 1%. So you would add 1 gram would be 1% of 128. It's the 1.28 to be exact. But anyways, that's how you would do the calculation. I'm not sure what the 128 and all the other stuff is, but essential oils to your tea mix is about 1% of essential oil to your total product. You got to use a scale to weigh it out. I don't know what, if you're trying to say something else, I don't know what you're trying to say, but that's all I can do. Thank you. I'm gonna try those. Okay. And I need that spray. I only sleep for 3 to 4 hours a night. I've been doing that for years. Even with sleeping pills, I don't sleep more than 4 hours. That's me, Emmett, like for years, because I have the worst sleep habits. And I was taking not serotonin. Melatonin. I was like, what is it called? Melatonin. I was taking all this other stuff and it just wasn't working. But this has been, I'm not going to speak on it until I know. Like, I just started. So let me, once I let you, if I know it works, I'll let y'all in on the secrets. Okay. I never not tell y'all something. All right. Especially if it's going to be helpful for all of us. Oh, Tiffany said, yeah, be careful with some supplements. I had a patient come in with liver issues, and I can't remember how much ashwagandha she was taking. What was the only new thing she added? Yeah, you and I'll tell people I do agree, definitely. Just you gotta listen to you. Gotta talk. Talk to your doctor. I said that's what I'm taking. I'm not telling you to take that. So that's all. But yeah, helpful, and we couldn't find any other cause. Yeah, and I highly recommend don't take ashwagandha on an empty stomach. Like, always take it with food. Always. If you are going to take it. Richie said, turmeric messed up my menstrual cycle. I was about to get myself taken out because of it. Oh no. Oh no. So far turmeric has been really good. Like I said, those are the only two newer things I've added to help with my anxiety. So somebody said ashwagandha, I drink 500 milligrams every night. Ooh, that's good. Lotion Crafter has a good calculator for the percent in grams. They do. Rissa, I'm glad you understood that because, girl, I don't know if I don't even know if I got it right, Rissy. I hope I did. I said thumbs up on the spray. Be quiet, night. Teresa, I wanted to try holy basil. Every time I look up the seeds to grow it myself, the people in the comments said they received normal basil and not holy basil. Yeah, you probably have to like go to a reputable thing because holy basil is such a specific, and a lot of times they just put regular basil in it. Rissy said I have holy basil, but I only put it on my hair. It's good for your hair, but you can also brew it as a tea and drink it. If you want to try something new, it is adaptogenic. I got mine from, where did I get mine from? I'll look on my store real quick in my notes. All right, and then I really do gotta go because I said that like 20 minutes ago. Because I gotta rinse this stuff out of my hair. Holy basil. Oh, I got mine from Mountain Rose Herbs. That's where I got mine from. That's where I got my horsetail, maca, holy basil, saw palmetto, slippery elm, and soap nuts from. Y'all know I have my herb places that I love. I think I added to hot cocoa once. Oh, I never thought about adding it to hot cocoa. Tiffany said, thanks. Have a nice day, Nana. Thank you. Rita. I got my holy basil from Amazon. Hey, if you find a reputable vendor, by all means, do it. Amazon works fine. I use Mountain Rose Herbs a lot. So Gaia is new, but I've always taken their liquid iron. I love their liquid iron. So I tried some of their other supplements and I'm pretty obsessed right now. So all right, you guys, I am going to run out. I will post my outfit on the Instagrams and I will post it in the YouTube video so you guys get to see what I'm wearing today when I go out. But thank you guys for joining me. If you have any questions, leave in the comment section. I'll try to answer it either next week or in Tip Tuesday's video. Thank you guys for coming out to support me. Bye. I will drink some water. I need to. My lips are a little dry. Bye, you guys.